Back with part 3.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
With Brad Heide. Say hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
He's guzzling some Pepto because he has an upset. He has an upset.
Upset stomach.
He has an upset stomach. So, yeah. The one thing I wanted to let you guys know is I really appreciate everybody who has been so supportive of my Etsy store and so supportive of what I'm trying to do with my dream of having a craft business once again. Like I said, I've had different craft businesses even before I met Brad. I used to have a ceramic business before I met him, and also made and sold plastic canvas stuff and did commercial art. And then when I met him, I did the toll painting, and we made and sold designs. I did floral arrangements, dry silk floral arrangement of all different kinds. Whether it was wreaths or centerpieces or wall hangings or whatever. I didn't ever really sell the cross stitch, so I did do a lot of it. I don't do that now because it's too hard to see with the eyesight. And the sewing, I had a sewing business before, and candle making and tart milk. And now I've moved on to knitwear and artwork, which I really love. And I'm going to do some sign painting and some birdhouses, paint some birdhouses and custom painting and stuff like that. But I really always dreamed of having kind of a craft business that my husband and I did together. And even if he isn't the one producing as much stuff, he is the one who, we kind of switch roles. Where I'm the one working and he's the one doing more of the domestic stuff. And yes, I'm still doing domestic stuff. I'm still cooking and cleaning and that. But when I am working, he takes care of most of that. So I don't have to stop and go take the dogs out and stuff. He figures that's how he's helping out, and that's what I did for years when he was working outside the home and stuff, is I took care of, like all of us housewives do, or if you're a house husband, take care of the stuff inside to keep that little, that family functioning.
Where do you think I learned it?
It's not anything special. I mean, millions of people are doing it. It just, makes for a nice working system.
Yeah. Well, I figure you've got enough on your plate that you don't need to worry about this stuff, because you're as much as the house stuff.
But I still, it's like last night you were busy doing something, and I did the dishes real quick.
I was working on that wooden easel.
Yeah, because my wooden easel, I have, of course, I have, well, I didn't bring all my wooden easels. Some of them I gave to my granddaughter and stuff, but I have 3 of them, and I got out kind of the medium-sized one out of storage, but part of it got broken, so he was regluing it and redoing it for me. But I just wanted to say I appreciate so much, especially, some of you have been return customers that really like the work I'm doing as far as the knitwear. Some of you have purchased paintings, which really means a lot to me, because anybody who's an artist really, that's kind of how you get your feedback if people like your artwork or not, and if they can see something there. And there's so many different forms of artwork that there's always going to be somebody who likes your artwork. Even if you think that your artwork is horrible, there's going to be somebody out there who really likes your stuff. I mean, so don't stop creating, even if you think that it looks like a child did it. It's an expression of yourself. But, when I have especially another artist buy some of my work because they really love it, that's a really high compliment to me. And
the hardest thing I have is to let go of these pieces. So I don't want to let go of any of them.
He has a hard time with that. I always keep the photograph of, because you want to have something that shows your work, but like I said, I don't do prints off my work. You know, so it's an original piece, and you're the only one that has that piece, and besides that I have a photograph of what it was. So, but anyway, I just want to say I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. It keeps me going. I will typically work 5 to 6 hours every day on between the looming and the painting. And, you know, like last night I worked, you okay? You're not feeling good. I worked over 5 hours, so, you know.
And you did most of it in that new chair.
Yes, and this new chair is such a blessing. I mean, you know, that we, this is the first chair that doesn't hurt. Actually feels good on my back and my hips and my knees, so that's such a blessing, you know. One thing I wanted to talk about, I was showing you guys pictures of the improvements we made of the RV, you know, and sometimes you have to wait, you know, and I think one of the things that, let me backtrack. I think part of the reason that God had us go through kind of a hardship here recently, this last month, is it really spurred me on to get my butt back in creating. I have a very good friend, Andy, who's really encouraged me besides my husband and even my daughters and stuff. And even all the family members, I have to say, whatever difference we have, have always really encouraged me to do my artwork. But I think God shows you that, hey, this is the path that you need to take, because if we hadn't needed the money so badly, would I have probably pushed this hard to keep producing artwork? Maybe not. Maybe I would have done maybe just a painting a week or something. So, you know, because I've done more artwork recently, and then the more you do, the more you crave to do, you know. And Brad knew last night I hadn't painted in a couple of days. I'm like, I've got to sit down and paint. I'm going crazy. So, you know, and I know that's a short trip. I heard you guys. But we showed you guys the improvements we made with the RV, using every square inch. And ask yourself if you think you could do it. If you think you could live full time in an RV, have that be the only place you can be, you know, and do it with 4 dogs, 2 cats, a husband, and 2 of the dogs are large. And I know we're not the only people that do it. There are a lot of other people that do it. We have people out here that have children, that have, you know, we saw a family that has 6 kids. There are people that lived out here in this RV camp for, you know, 4 years, 7 years, 9 years, you know. It isn't easy. It is a lifestyle choice. But, you know, I've never been normal, so why start now? I've never been conventional either. You know, it has its good points and its bad points. I'm doing better with this holiday weekend than I was Memorial Day weekend. I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know what to expect. Once you go through one holiday, then you know what to expect. It is asses and elbows, as my friend Dawn says, right now. And I mean, there's like so many people at the pool, and kids run around all screaming and stuff, and there's just, you know, and but we know what to expect, and we just stay hunkered down in the RV and kind of do our stuff. It's like, okay, it's a good weekend to be watching movies and, you know, do a bunch of looming and a bunch of painting and a lot of work, and, you know, and that's all fun. So I'm doing fine with it now. Like I said, I'm not one that likes surprises, because in my childhood and stuff, surprises usually meant bad things. So, you know, that's just the way life is. We're going to have fireworks tonight out on the pier instead of on the 4th. So we'll probably go down there and watch that for a little bit after I get the dogs some melatonin. There was people shooting off, not a whole bunch of fireworks though, I mean, we had more fireworks being shot off in the neighborhood in Wyoming than we did last night, though.
Yeah.
And you expect it. It's, 4th of July weekend and stuff. Yeah, it scares your dogs, but it's part of life, and you just try to, hold them closer and stuff, so.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. If I don't see you, or if maybe you're already busy, or you have a great Saturday, remember that we love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship, and we're a prime example that you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be, lifestyle changes aren't only for the rich and the young and the physically fit. As long as you're still breathing, you can still improve on stuff. It's frustrating at times, as you guys have seen our journey and stuff, and it will probably be more frustrating in the future.
But you always have to chase your dream.
Yes, you do. Even when if dreams were easy to achieve, everybody could achieve them. Because you get in the middle of this and you think, what the hell have I done? But then you look around the scenery and you see, okay, it's pretty darn nice here, and that's why, it's nice enough here that on the weekends and the holidays everybody flocking down here right now. So I hope you all have happy 4th of July. And like I said, love you guys, and I think you're awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye.